Miss Kinchen is here.
He went out to drink water, he said.
He was here.
Yeah, he was here. He
Ah.
will come. Maybe bones. Maybe bones.
Ah. Yado yado nischala dimanas chanjalamastiram tadastadoniyam idat atmanyeva vasammayat. The nature of the mind is flickering and unsteady. However, one should always endeavor to control the mind from its wandering and bring it back under the control of the Atma. This is one shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Radhe. All endeavors progress from shadow to substance, from phenomenon to reality. It is a one-way journey, and this is considered to be real Buddha-Shuddhi purification of the self. Once Buddha-Shuddhi happens, then everything is solved. Although with pure knowledge one can overlook or ignore one's connection to this world. Again, one faces a problem regarding that other spiritual world which we try to conceive of from here. Therefore, I will speak a little on this topic and conclude my speech. Is it difficult to follow? So, depending on different levels of perfection, there are also different levels of endeavor required to achieve them on the basis of their individual realizations and dedication. Acharyas have shed light in individual realizations. No. In different directions with the intention of bringing auspiciousness to the lives of the jivas. But to do the influence of the wonderful effulgence of Sri Chaitanya, the Supreme Magnanimity, other lights have veiled into insignificance. I don't know. This is, if you can follow. The primeval Supreme Lord is the cause of all causes. Full of eternity, bliss and knowledge, and is the possessor of all opulence. And in order to distribute himself fully, he himself glorifies the process of achieving the highest goal attainable by the sadhaka, and executes that himself in order to teach others by his own example. Then only by his mercy one can realize him. As the Svabhajan Vibhajana Prayojana Avatari Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, whose goal is to come and distribute his own worship and simultaneously taste his own intrinsic ecstasy. Then we can make our life successful by chanting pranam mantra spoken by Sri Rupa. Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tvise Namaha. O most magnificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself, appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya. You have assumed the golden color and you are distributing love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. For this reason, the Bhagavata has given the following poem: Jnane payasam udapasyanamanda eva jivandi. Your capability to grasp reality is very insignificant and limited. There are personalities who know about your real benefit innumerable times more than yourself. You simply need to hatefully reject udapasya, your desire to be all-knowing and embracing the path of Namanda Eva Jivandi. Dedicating your life serving the Lord, you will see, just like being an elevator or a lift, you will be raised to a position in Vaikuntha. Whatever was binding you will become your obedient follower. And moreover, sanmukaritam bhavadhyavatam. Once you learn to give a submissive hearing to this, you will see that your journey through 400,000 species will be terminated, and where should you apply your hearing? You should hear from the one who can properly guide you. There should be guidance proper. Only this will save you. Whatever condition you are situated, in sthanastita, from the itself you attend. You will see that everything will become clear. This is because only the words of the Bhagavata emanating from the lips of a sadhu can save us. For the one who follows this, in spite of the Supreme Lord being impenetrable, difficult to attain, and of an unconquerable nature, ultimately he can conquer him. So throughout the Bhagavata, there are phrases such as Bhaktyaham Ikaya Graham. I am attained only by devotion, under the shelter of sadhu sangha and jnana shunya bhakti. Jnana shunya bhakti, what is meaning? Rejecting jnana, pure shunya bhakti. Even ordinary people can attain service to the Supreme Lord, whereas without it, even an intellectual giant cannot. For this reason, Baladev Vidyabhushan, in his commentary to the Vedanta, has proven importance of sadhu sangha by citing various evidences. The sadhu is the living source. Even if one has no good quality, to the influence of association of a sadhu, one becomes savai gunashtata samasati. All good qualities reside with him. To the influence of sadhu sangha, even a very abominable person can become an instrument of service to the Bhagavata. Seeing with an attitude of worship or service is Vaikuntha Dasha. Seeing with an attitude of worship or service. You mean this? Is Vaikuntha Darshan. This is important thing that we always keep inside the attitude of servant. I'm a servant. I'm very careful to have to avoid thinking I know. Jnana Shunya. No, I know, I don't know anything. In reality. Jnana Shunya Prati. So the only attitude we have to develop is that we are, Srila Maharaj also once mentioned, in our heart we should always keep the attitude of that we are with folded hands standing. When we hear Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when we are chanting, this attitude has to be in us. We are the servants. We are lower than the lowest. We have no chance without the Lord to understand anything. So this attitude has to be developed. Otherwise we will not be able to understand realize Vaikuntha. We will not get darshan of Vaikuntha. So many like Miss Mayo too, in spite of having preached about the filthiness of such worship, have actually never experienced even a slight trace of true worship. They will be thousands and thousands of miles away from the proper understanding of worship. One who is able to approach it with a true mood of worship has nothing to fear. Fear itself runs away upon seeing such a person. One who takes shelter of such a worshipful attitude completely destroys all filthy sentiments and misconceptions. That very auspicious intelligence is the only way to be delivered from the bewildered consciousness that we are in. Is there anything clear? Not. What is one who takes shelter of such a worshipful attitude completely destroys all filthy sentiments. Means if you take this attitude, I am servant, always. I take this, I am always standing in front with this attitude. What can I do for you? How can I please you? One who takes shelter of such worshipful attitude completely destroys all filthy sentiments and misconceptions. That very auspicious intelligence is the only way to be delivered from the bewildered consciousness that we are in. So this attitude has to grow in us. But we have to be careful. It is not an external show. It is not externally. You may run around and obeisance to, but actually inside you, you are not, you are the opposite. You are the king and you are the doer. It has to, in this way you cannot understand, Vaikunta, you cannot understand anything, how this world is working. We have to always keep the attitude, we are dependent, we want to serve, we have to be Trinadapi Sunijana, Darodapi Sahishnana, Manina Manadena, Kirtaniya Sudhari. Very important. We have to think about this, not just chant a mantra. We have to realize what he's speaking. Trinadapi Sunijana. With this attitude, Sahishnana, with this attitude, Manina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahi, you can chant the name Baba. And name and form is no different. Krishna or Lord may appear to you in so many different ways. But he will not appear if you think that you know something, that you are, or you argue on this philosophical understanding. Always remember Trinadapi Sunijana, Darodapi Sahishnana. We find this teaching in the Bhagavad verse, Vikaditantam Vrajatam Vada. Your misconception, your malady, your heart disease of lust will all be cured if you take shelter of a worshipful attitude. Worshipful attitude. Our attitude has to become like this. We are always servant. Inside you must always be, take the attitude of Trinadapi Sunijana. In this way, everything will be revealed to you. And the Bhagavad is one shloka. Tapasvino Dhanabara Yashasvino. The translation is, I offer my repeated obeisances under the Supreme Lord, who is all auspicious. Without offering their actions unto him, neither the performers of austerities nor the great givers of charities nor the mystics, nor those who are expert in Vedic mantras, nor those who are most virtuous can attain any result without dedication to him. So all this, whatever kind of yoga you may perform, you may be expert chanter of mantras, or you may be a mystic, or you give great charities to poor. Not those who are most virtuous can attain any result without dedication, without surrender, without taking this Trinadapi Sunijana. Saying this, he established the transcendental platform of his dialogue. Therefore, those who see Krishna or his pastimes with mundane intelligence are not only deceived, but they also commit a great offense. And as a result, they never obtain darshan of Sri Chaitanya. And their own identity remains concealed from them. This is an important point. This is a mistake many devotees, even sannyasis, so-called teachers, gurus, very hardly can accept this. It is even offensive. Those who see Krishna or his pastimes with mundane intelligence are not only deceived, but also commit a great offense. So if someone is not qualified to speak about the transcendental pastimes of Lord, he must be careful. He should not enter something what he has not realized, what he has not understood. As a result, they never obtain darshan of Sri Chaitanya, and their own identity remains concealed from them. And they will never understand our position, who we are. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Bhagavan is mundane. Turiya Vastu. Everything about him is Satyam Shivam Sundaram, comprising of reality, auspiciousness, and beauty. In every way, Sri Chaitanya Dev has declared to the world that his worship is beautiful, and the method of that worship is also so beautiful, and that any person can achieve it by following the path shown by Sri Chaitanya. Govinda vidham indirastrita padam hastastaratnavat ratnadivat. He that is known as Govinda, whose feet Lakshmi takes shelter of, becomes like a jewel in the hands of his devotees. This is from Sitandaratam. The Lord becomes just like his play doll, and that itself is the highest manifestation of the supremacy of the all-powerful, independent Bhagavan. Sarvatanta Satanta Bhagavan. For this reason, Kaviraj Goswami has said, Krishnera yateke kela sabotamanara lila. The most attractive play of Krishna is his human-like pastimes. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is told by Kaviraj. This is the fullest adjustment of the Lord's form. Savottama Naralila, where his devotees who have taken shelter of him see his all-accommodating form as Atulam Shyama Sundaram, the incomparable Shyama Sundar, and completely serve him eternal in 5 rasas. This is the very zenith of achievement. Yam labdva jabaram labham manyadena dikhamdata. Upon gaining this, one thinks there is no greater gain. Is there any question on or any other topics, spiritual topics? This is a little higher topic, but it is not high. It is high, but it is depends on what level we are moving. But one day we should try to understand it. Through Trinarapi Sunijana, Darorapi Sahisranamani Namanagena, Kirtaniya Sadhari, then we can chant constantly Krishna Nam, Krishna Rama, Hari Govinda. In this mood, Trinarapi Sunijana, we will certainly attain the goal we are all running for.
So we need the association of the Vaishnavas to understand.
Yes.
What is the real? What is association with the Vaishnavas? What does it mean?
First, the beginning is one follows. One takes shelter and one follows the Vaishnava's order. He can show you everything according to your, according to my surrender to him. He will respond. So, by hearing, we may get taste or distaste. Depends on what level we are moving. If we have only one goal to enjoy in this world, then you will have no taste to hear such things. And you will not experience another level of consciousness. No, but if you get some taste, there is some difference, then it is it will give you a taste. There is something more. There is something much more than we are running here in this material world, or what we are attached here in this world. So this is It depends everything on us. The free will is always given to us. It is never, pressure should be never there. Because if you not decide yourself, if you are forced to do something or to follow something, then you will think sometimes, or later you will think, this was not my decision. I was forced. But if I develop taste, this must be very deep and a real sadhu, that force is not there, like Krishna not forcing us to come back home to him. He gives us this freedom. You decide. You can decide, yes, I want to know, I want to go, I want to come home, back home. So it must be our desire. It depends on desire. Desire is everything. I want the wrong desire, so I took part in this world of illusion, Maya. So it was so if I want Krishna really, then my desire has to change. Or if I get a little drop of nectar, and this is the duty of Mahaprabhu, he came for, to give us some higher understanding, higher taste. If we get by good fortune, by our karma, then we will desire, I want more. I want more. This is, and in this way the desire comes, let me know more. I want to know more. I want to know what happened after I have to leave this world. Such things may come at the beginning. But foolish those who have not understood, they are not understanding anything about what the pure devotee is speaking of. As is said here, that some on the material plane, they are speaking the topmost philosophical understanding, but this is it's very dangerous to pull down it on our level where we are, because they think we are the controllers. I can go there by my strength and by intelligence and my will, because I chanted so many rounds. I read and know all the books, and I'm so qualified. I am so nice chanting and speaking. This qualification, it is even offensive. They will never understand. We have to take this position of, let's just say, Trinada Vishwamitra. Always we have to identify, I am the servant of my Lord. I am depending on Him. If He wants, then I can understand, and how He can give us these blessings through Guru, through Sadhu, it will come. And what is my qualification? My desire must be sincere. And the sadhu will know if one is sincere or just a showman. How much he can understand, or how much level he is establishing his kind of Krishna consciousness, or that we think we are on the right plane, we have understood. Because so many people come to hear me. It's very dangerous. So a real Vaishnava, or sincere person, he will meet a real Vaishnava. This is gone beyond our sense perception. We do not know these things, how this happens. We will get information, some will understand, some will understand in a way, because there are so many different varieties of characteristics or consciousness. If you go in a forest, those who are very materialistic, looking for money, they will see, oh, so many trees, I would like to cut and sell them. If a hunter goes in the forest, he will see behind every tree some deer or whatever animal to shoot it. And if a lusty guy goes in the forest, he will dream, oh, there's a lonely lady waiting for me. He wants to enjoy. So they see all the same tree, but they interpret it, everyone sees it in a different way. In the same way, all these things has to be renounced, and we have to see it as it is. Not we project different things in the same thing, It is only a forest. Like, this is how Maya is working in this world. But there is a real goal. If you look on the wrong place, you can see. Maya shows us what can happen, how terrible this world is. But we are blind, We are not realizing, we are not seeing that everything gets destroyed. Everything around us, it's terrible. But we still try to squeeze out. Something must be. But the reality is different. We are not member of this material world. We are member of Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means unlimited. Here everything is limited. Everything has a beginning and an end. Vaikuntha means no beginning, no end. don't want to go there. Now you cannot imagine. How can you go there with this body? You have to first understand who I am. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am soul, Atma, Jiva. And this is eternal. We look into the material world or to the forest and everybody sees something else to enjoy. But it's all illusion. We have to make this step out, but it's painful. But it is the only hope we have, by the help of the Lord. Guru and Gauranga. We need their help, and if we are sincere, we will get it. We must pass the tests. Anything to say on any question? Tomorrow we read some more easy. Even Bhagavad Gita is very difficult if we are materialistic consciousness. Jai Srila Siddhadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai, Jai Sri Gurudev Nitya Leela Bhavistam Vishnupan Paramahamsa Bhagacharya So, hang in there, you can walk.